This is Terrence Andre Banks with Information Age Financial Solutions coming to you with an article I got from CNBC, continuing with the restaurant apocalypse. And during the pandemic, a lot of places have closed. And these places, it's just giving an update of where we're at now. And the reason why I'm focusing again about the restaurants is because they are one of the largest employers, especially for the United States. And I'm going to dive right into the article. As always, I'll put a link inside the description. These restaurant chains filed for bankruptcy during the pandemic. Trade groups estimate that up to 30% of restaurants could permanently close because of the pandemic. A report from the S&P Global Ratings released on Friday identified 15 publicly traded restaurant chains that are most likely to default. Well-known restaurant chains that have already filed for bankruptcy include CEC Entertainment, the parent company of Chuck E. Cheese, Garden Fresh Restaurants, and it's dropped off over there. As the coronavirus pandemic upends the restaurant industry, some chains that were already struggling financially have been pushed to bankruptcy. Trade groups estimate up to 30% of restaurants could permanently close because of the pandemic. And this chart here, and I'm going back up because it was loading at the same time. And Lee Pan Quatone's U.S. Arm is the one that's filing for bankruptcy. You can see the restaurant sales from last year and a dramatic decrease. Actually got a little bit better, but still completely down. And restaurants again employ a lot of people, and you see the dramatic drop off through the pandemic. As the coronavirus pandemic upends the restaurant industry, some chains that were already struggling financially have been pushed into bankruptcy. Trade groups estimate up to 30% of restaurants could permanently close because of the pandemic. While independent restaurants are more at risk, dining room closures, consumers eating more at home has also strained chains, particularly those in the casual dining sector. The Paycheck Protection Program provided many restaurants, including large chains such as P.F. Chang's and Five Guys, with much-needed funds to continue operating. But coronavirus cases are once again surging, causing governors to once again close dining rooms to customers. The crisis will likely change the restaurant industry forever. Experts say that the pandemic-related health concerns may prove to be death knell for Buffett-style restaurants, and the once thriving entertainment segment is under pressure. Well said. A report from S&P Global Market Intelligence released on Friday identified 15 publicly trusted restaurants that are most likely to default. Kisses from Italy, a casual dining chain whose shares are trading for 10 cents, top the list, with a 41.2% chance of defaulting within the next 12 months. Muscle Maker with a 36.9% chance of default, and Giggles and Hugs with a 34.3% chance came in second and third place. Starbucks, Denny's, and Yum Brands make the SP list with a much smaller probability of default in the year. All came in under 10%, but still even mention it that there is a possibility. But franchises of large food chains are also struggling. Operators across chains like McDonald's, Wendy's, and Yum Brands, Taco Bell received millions in PPP loans. NPC International, Pizza Hut's largest U.S. franchise, filed for Chapter 11 on July 1st after struggling with its debt burden. NPC International, Pizza Hut's largest U.S. franchise, filed for Chapter 11 on July 1st, struggled with its debt burden. Here are the restaurant chains that filed bankruptcy during the pandemic. CEC Entertainment, Chuck E. Cheese parent company, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in late June, citing for the prolonged venue closures stemming from the pandemic for its financial troubles. The chain had $1.91 billion in liabilities on its balance sheet as of December 29. The company plans to continue operating as it undergoes the bankruptcy process. In 2014, private equity firm Apollo Global Management bought CEC Entertainment, which also owns Peter Piper Pizza. I'll show who they are. Brought in Fresh Restaurants. The parent company of buffet-style restaurants, Soup Plantation Sweet Tomatoes, filed for Chapter 7. I've heard of Sweet Tomatoes and Soup Plantation. In May, and closed all of its locations permanently. Garden Fresh has an estimated $50 million to $100 million liabilities according to its bankruptcy filing. The following month, the company liquidated its assets. Le Pan Quatone's U.S. arm. Late May, the U.S. arm of Louisiana PQ New York sought Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The company had planned to file for bankruptcy prior to the pandemic, but restaurant closures nearly caused it to liquidate according to court filings. PQ New York has estimated $100 million to $500 million liabilities when it filed for bankruptcy. New York-based restaurant operator Ori Brands bought all 98 U.S. locations of the restaurant and plans to reopen at least 35. So it's down by, even if they bought all 98, it's a large drop. In April, the German restaurant chain applied for start insolvency proceedings in Cologne. The company is publicly traded on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange and has 6 U.S. locations. When Vampino went public in 2017 and had a market value of 553 million euros, or more than 630 million. Wow. Food First Global Restaurants. The parent company of Brio and Bravo Restaurants filed for Chapter 11, bankruptcy in April, and permanently shuttered 48 out of nearly 100 locations. Food First said it had liabilities of $50,000 less in its bankruptcy filings. In June, Earl Enterprises, which owns Planet Hollywood and Earl of Sandwich, bought the two Italian restaurant chains in a deal valued at $30 million and plans to assume the leases or at least 45 locations. Correction: an earlier version misidentified the source of the report. It was from S&P Global Market Intelligence, and also misstated the market value of Infinity when it went public was worth more than $630 million. Okay. Again, worth your time to take a look at. Maybe click on some of the links that they have here in the description. Things are really heating up. It's just continuing on, and nothing is certain. And anyone telling you everything is certain is lying to you. We need to think differently, do things differently. If this video needs value to you, please subscribe, leave some comments, hit the like button. And until my next video, I'm out.